Hello everyone, welcome to this new video in which we are talking about the authority that you have if you're a mental projector. This authority is also called sounding board authority because you will have your AJNA center either connected to the head or to the throat center. That means you don't have an actual inner authority because the mental body, the mind is not designed to produce clarity or an inner kind of sense of self. Because with the authorities, we try to narrow down what in your system is the closest to yourself. And we have this hierarchy, and we can end here before we go to the reflectors that have no defined centers. So you're actually the last person that has an actual authority that is connected to one center. When I did my certification as a human design coach, I asked my instructor, where does this hierarchy come from? Like, why is there first the emotional solar plexus and then the sacral, blah, 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 blah. And they answered, it's because the intensity and the quality of the centers. So the mind can be tricky. You might know that. That's why you can't just think about a decision and then get to the point, as a emotional authority could. Like, an emotional authority can just sit there, feel their feelings, and at some point they will know, okay, that's my decision. They are in that way more independent. You will need another person. I mean, it's not that you always need someone, but the sounding board is called sounding board because you need someone to project yourself onto, to play mental ping pong, because you need to hear yourself. You need to hear how you sound. Actually, that is very hard for me to explain because I'm so different. I'm trying to give you my best perspective that I can offer. At the same time, I think within this group, it's the most crucial that we learn from ourselves. Like, if you have this authority and you have already some experiences with experimenting with human design, with your authority, if you have something to share, a tip and advice, please. I would be so grateful. I think all the other people that are maybe completely fresh to it would be so thankful if you just put your advice into the comments so we can gather all the information under this video. But I will try my best to give an explanation as well. You need to come to a mental conclusion through talking. Why is only thinking not enough? I even made notes. I normally don't make notes, so I even made notes on that. Only thinking can create circuits. And you know that when you think, you often don't end a thought. You just think and then you get to the next thought and you have an emotion and then it's like a ping pong kind of thing. Thoughts can be very complex. They can change your life if they are powerful and resourceful, and if they are empowering. At the same time, they can actually kill you. Imagine having a severe depression. So there's this saying, thoughts are like wild horses. You need to tame them. And for you to make decisions, it's important that you talk to someone. And in this conversation, you understand what is coherent. You need to ask yourself what makes sense and then talk it out. And be aware that it's not about how it sounds and that it makes cognitive sense, but it needs to have this very calm feeling of cohesiveness. And I think it's also called the sounding board, so that it's required to have a conversation, because thoughts are designed to be endless. And as Eckhart Tolle describes the mind, we can become addicted to our thoughts, and if we are not forced to put them in order, to put them into structure, into sentences in a linear way, as we have to when we are talking, our thoughts can be infinite and we can think about a thing in forever. If you talk to someone, all the advice that I already gave for the last authority, the self-projected authority, it's here kind of the same. So you need someone who's outcome open, who gives you a safe feeling that you can express yourself authentically. They need to be non-judgmental, and they should not try to force their opinion onto you. You can take advice, of course, and you can take in other perspectives. That's also a reason why it's important to talk to other people, because then you also kind of bounce off the idea. And every time you bounce off an idea with someone else, they also attach some kind of twist to it, for example. And you're really designed to have this dialogue, and in the dialogue you find the cohesiveness. Then also for you, the environment will be so important, because you have so many undefined and open centers that receive all the energies of the world. Again, I highly recommend that you watch the video before, where I talk about how everything influences you. So I think in this video I will really focus on what your authority uniquely needs, and you promised me that you watch the other video, so I don't have to say things twice. But then you need to go back to the other video. I have this link down in the video description. If you have your AJNA center connected to the head center, you will experience a constant pressure to think. And this constant pressure, allow it. If a spiritual teacher or someone tells you you should clear your mind and you have such a monkey mind and you should not think and thinking is bad or something like that, that is crap for you, because this is actually your resource. You can have pictures in your mind, sequences, visuals that are so vivid that can create stories. Like, all imagination lies there. Or if you are part of the logic circuitry, you can ask very good questions and also find the answers. Originally, I made this series, so this is a very different video. I'm just realizing this is going to be a very different video compared to all the other videos I did in the series. So I did this authority series because I'm currently building a multimedia thing called Clouded, because I have an open ajna. So I'm literally almost the exact opposite of you. I have an open ajna and almost all of my other centers are defined. So we are literally opposites. And my superpower lies in guiding people in their way of thinking, because I'm so open and flexible in the area of thinking. And I created this program to guide people out of their minds, to help people to escape the monkey mind, depression, all the negative thinking, all the negative self-talk that keeps them repressed, because a lot of conditioning also lies in the head, in our beliefs. And in this course, I go into the nitty-gritty about how thinking works. And I created a series so that people who are freeing themselves from their mind already have the blueprint what to use instead of the mind to make decisions, which is their authority. But you guys, you should purchase Clouded, because there you will learn everything about your way of thinking. Yeah, actually, we'll make it like that. I try to remember that. If I forget it, please hit me up. But I will make a code just for you guys. And we will keep it a secret in this video. Because you guys will need Clouded not to break free from your mind, but you guys will need Clouded to understand your way of thinking. Because I don't want to go into the nitty-gritty in here because it's so much content. I can talk about every gate for hours, and I do in Clouded. But you guys, you get a special code to get, let's say, 20% off. Just because I'm funny in here. Because then I feel I fulfilled my task of this video fully. Because I can't give you all the information in here, but I gave you an easier access to the place where I gave all the information. Yeah, that's it. To round this up, so if you have your head center defined in your AJNA center, you will have the pressure. And if you have your AJNA center connected to the throat, you will have the opportunity to express your thoughts. You need mental clarity to know that you found the right decision. Yeah, and I honestly, that's also, that is such a weird video, I'm so sorry. But that's very unique for me. I can't tell you things I don't feel, I don't know, I don't understand. So yeah, I think I'm leaving it here because I don't want to talk bullshit. So that's what I can share with you. I hope this was not confusing. If you have gate 64, you get the confusion level that I might experiencing right now, but we are embracing it. Probably through conversation with you, I will learn more about your authority. And I'm very eager to do that. But I won't fool you in telling you things I'm not quite sure about. Because I mean, I told you already things, and that's true. That's what you can do. Yeah, I think I leave it here. I hope this was by any means helpful in any way. If Clouded is available to buy, I'm still creating it right now. You will find it in the comments, I guess. And yeah, sending you a lot of love. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the how do we name the code? Let's say the code is AJNA 20.